all three recording. Bang. That's recording. I'll get a signal like this. Wait for two of them. Yep, whenever.
All right, I'll go now. And we're live. 3 seconds.
G'day everyone and welcome to another episode of Aussie Tech Heads, episode 604, the 4th of October 2018. Did we all watch the footy grand finals? How good were they? The Sharkies weren't in it, but it's going for the Roosters, I suppose. So that was good. Didn't they come out hard against the Storm? And I watched my first game of AFL, well, the first quarter. Well, it was the last quarter of the AFL on the weekend, so I was going for the West Coast Eagles. It was a good game. I got excited. All right, yes, we are brought to you by athwebhosting.com.au. If you're after some drag and drop website builder, it's free with the pro and business plans, SSD drives, immediate activation, SSL certificates, and that's all on a server with an SSD drive, so they're nice and quick. And we're also brought to you by a new sponsor, Start New Company. Register your company fast, easy and direct with ASIC. All docs provided and docs held in your account for download at any time later on. If you're an accountant or other professional, you are also able to brand all documents with your company name. How good is that going? So, brand up. So startnewcompany.com.au. Get your company registered instantaneously within 20 minutes if ASIC gets their act together. That sounds pretty good. This week, you can find us on Facebook as always, as every other week, at facebook.com/Aussie Tech Heads, youtube.com/Aussie Tech Heads, and all the show notes are at aussietechheads.com.au/podcast. And also the Aussie Tech Radio. Just download the TuneIn radio app and search for Aussie Tech Radio, and away you go. Wall to wall, 24/7, back to back, tech podcasts from Australia. I think the New Zealand ones have faded. I haven't seen episodes of them come out, so it's all Australian podcasts from now on. All right, good stuff. Other shows to look out for is the Aussie Mac Zone and the Aussie Tech Crypto, and also My Tech Opinion, which we have a special guest in studio tonight. We've got Shane here. We'll get to him in a second from the My Tech Opinion. Shane and Phil bring you the My Tech Opinion program that takes a longer look at what's happening in the world of tech. So it's a good show. So jump right into that. Let's get into the regulars first, and then we'll see what Shane's been up to. G'day, Joe. How you going?
I'm good, thanks, Glenn. And yourself?
Yes, good, thanks. How's the disco going?
Oh, mate, it's all good. I've got all the lights working. I've
Excellent.
got the stereo and everything working.
Excellent.
I didn't actually get the wireless working as I intended to with the additional router, but that's something I'm going to work on next time.
Right, all right. And Jordan, how you going? Ooh, hello, Jordan. How are you going?
I am here. I was just muted. Sorry, and I'm just a bit slow finding the mute button. I'm good. How about you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
All good.
Good. And Shane. Welcome to the Aussie Tech Head Studios on the glorious Gold Coast. How you going?
Good, Glenn. Hey, guys. How are we?
Good. Now, Shane, you used to be a co-host on the show a few moons ago, I guess now.
Yeah, that's right. It's been a while.
Yeah, and so you've got a job because you were over there in Perth, and so now you can't make it for our early 7:30 start because it's only 5:30, and you're still driving home over in Perth. So what's been happening since we last really heard from you, and what are you doing over on the Gold Coast?
Lost, really. No, I came over originally I went to Melbourne last week and stayed there for a week. And last Monday, I did the Aussie Geeks Interrupted podcast with them,
right?
With Phil, who's my co-host on Aussie Tech Heads. I was on My Tech Opinion.
Yep.
And then went to a football game and saw West Coast win, which is great. And then came up here, caught up with a few people I used to work with here. And I thought, well, I'll come and help you out with the show.
Good stuff. And had a birthday today. Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, 45.
Oh, what a way. You'll remember, when you're 80, you'll remember this fondly. I spent my 45th birthday at the Aussie Tech Head Studios. You'll be just rolling around in just remembrance glory.
You know what I think's funny is that Shane mentions the word football, and you just let it go by, no problems at all. I mention it, and I get told to shut up.
Shane's a guest.
Oh, okay, is that what it is?
That's
Right.
what it is.
We're only allowed to talk about, your football.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't watch that. So who were you going for, Jordan? Anyway,
I was hoping Melbourne would have got up there, but they didn't. So
right.
it was Collingwood in the end, obviously with with West Coast, but yeah.
I saw the shot of Eddie Maguire. He didn't look too happy, did he?
There's been a few photos getting around Facebook, actually, of him.
Oh, right.
Just people, made up photos, changing his look to look more like a Collingwood supporter.
Right. Yes. All right. So let's get into some stories, shall we, and see what we've got this week. Wi-Fi standards are getting new names, so you can't remember all those crazy 11ACs and 11Ns. Well, have we got the standard for you where they're changing the name? So it's,
most people can't decide between 3G, 4G, or Wi-Fi or anything anyway. So
yeah, I know.
I'm still trying to explain to my mum the difference between Wi-Fi and mobile phone data.
Yeah, I know it's hard.
Let alone the different other types. Yeah,
it's hard. It's hard work. But so it'd soon be easier to distinguish between the different Wi-Fi standards following the Wi-Fi Alliance decision to ditch the 802.11 naming convention. So rather than using the 802.11 code, each standard will now be numbered. So the new naming system comes with the introduction of Wi-Fi 6, just like the iPhone, isn't it now? Wi-Fi 6, which supports devices with 802.11ax. It's expected to deliver 30% faster Wi-Fi speeds and will be approved for some time next year. So next year you'll be, instead of seeing 802.11ax on packets, you'll just be seeing Wi-Fi 6. Probably simplifies it. It's good. The new naming convention applies retroactively to previous Wi-Fi standards as well. So devices that support the 11AC version will now be identified as Wi-Fi 5. Devices supporting the .11n will be referred to as Wi-Fi 4. So there you go. Look, I thought I had a graphic for those on the YouTube. I'll just see if I can quickly get one up, because they've got the the normal Wi-Fi logos. Well, they've sort of redone them a bit, and just a Wi-Fi symbol with the number, the version of it inside it. But I can't actually get that up on the screen now, so you'll just have to believe me. But so I think that's a good idea. Anyone think it's a bad idea? Anyone got any comments about Wi-Fi and rebranding? Seems like a good idea all around.
The only thing is that there's other standards in between the ones that actually get released and publicised. So there's there's AC and there's A and all that kind of stuff, and then AX is the next one that's coming out. But there's others that get used for different kind of more niche things, but they're still kind of standards for those niche kind of requirements. So it'd be interesting to see how they're going to manage those.
It's like the B and the Gs.
Well, those, and then there's others as well. The ones that are used for. There's ones that kind of get used more in the mobile space as well. There's ones that get used within networking rather than like networking to device, but within kind of networking devices themselves.
Right.
So it'd be interesting to see what they do with that.
So maybe that maybe.
You reckon they're going to include the IoT stuff as well within these new standards at some point?
Yeah, well, there's that you were talking about it the other week, the standards with the Google and the Alexa stuff.
Yeah, what was that called? The Bingy or something? What was that standard, Joe, that you were talking about the other week?
That was Zigbee.
Zigbee, that's
yeah.
right.
And there's another one too. I can't remember the name of the other one.
Yeah, Jordan's got a joke. What are you laughing at?
X-Wave, I think it was, or something like that.
Yeah, no, I was thinking of the Zigbee. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, I think this is probably more directed at consumers. The mums and dads. Who was just saying? Shane was just saying that can't get the difference of 4G to 5G and Wi-Fi to your mum and dad. But when they go into the shop, they see 4, 5, and 6. We go, okay, Wi-Fi 6 is the latest, and so consumer-wise, that's going to be good, and including me, that'd be good. All right, good stuff. Now, Joe, you mentioned just before about your disco thing. So what happened? Can you tell us a bit more about what happened with the Wi-Fi? You couldn't get because we did talk about it last week a bit, so I thought we'll just get the update if you don't mind. Like what happened? You couldn't plug straight in, or
Yeah, what was happening was at the venue where I'm having this dance night, they only allowing for some reason or other the 5.8 megahertz range and not the 2.4 on their wireless system. And the problem I was having was that my phone and all that's okay, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to hook up a series of little IoT devices, Wi-Fi enabled, and they only work on a 2.4 megahertz range. So the problem I was having is that they won't be talking to the 5 gigahertz range there, and therefore I can't use them. So the idea behind that was that I could stick these into the power points close to where the lights are, and rather than have to walk up to them every 5 minutes and turn this light on and turn that light off, I could actually control them via an app on my phone.
Yeah, would have been easy. And what happened? So they wouldn't let you plug straight into the router?
No, they didn't. They said that actually the people there that I was talking to didn't have any idea what I was talking about. So I said, "Don't worry about it. I'm not going to go jump in hoops to try and find out what's happening." So I just let the idea go.
Yeah, right, and just do some research for next time. You should have just said, to make all my things work, I need to plug this lead in here, get power. They probably said, "Yeah, righto."
Yeah, so I let that go, and I did try to do a simulation at home, like just turned off the 2.4 in my own router at home and just left the 5G running. And I played around with other routers, 2.4 megahertz routers, and tried to connect them. And there was a bit of issues here and there. So if I had a hard time trying to do it at home, I'd also have definitely a hard time getting access to the ones in the club as well, because then you'd have to have access to their actual user interface. You have to log into their router and change a few settings. It was just too hard, so I just let it go. Yeah,
fair enough. Yeah, some of these things you just got to do the research, haven't you, and sort of simulate it first, and then, you'll be right. All right, what have you been doing this week, Jordan? You got any stories for us?
Sorry, I was just... I nearly ended the live video then. I was just...
Oh, no. How we go on Facebook? We're on Facebook, by the way.
I was just replying. Andrew Go, I can't say. Well, just Andrew. I've been told I shouldn't say the last names anyway. He said he's had a dog behind you, I see, Glenn. I was laughing before. I couldn't help myself. No, it's not. I was about to reply back and say, no, that's Shane.
There's a little Shane in the corner there.
Little Shane in the corner.
He's a bit shy.
That's before I started laughing. I'm sorry.
You're lucky you've seen that much of him. That's as much as I've seen of him all night.
It's like Dickie D from Mayo.
Yeah, that's right. There he is. Oh, there's the full Shane. All right. Yes.
No, but speaking of devices, I just was having a thought of a video I saw on Facebook. I didn't even get to watch it, but I must look into it. The Raspberry Pis. Someone was saying on Facebook they'd converted that to a phone.
Yeah,
to a phone.
You've heard of that before, Shane? Have you?
Yeah. We did an episode of it on My Tech Opinion. Not about that particular project, but we did an episode that focused on Raspberry Pis and what you can and can't do with them. And there's a link in our show notes that links to like 33 different projects, and that's one of them.
Nice. What episode was that? Do you remember? Or we have to go searching for it.
Yeah, so that would, I assume, would have to be kind of battery powered and have 4G or something in it, or I don't know.
I'm not
take a SIM card somehow.
Sure how it works. Let me go to our webpage.
Google that. I was just thinking of it. I just remembered seeing it this week. I thought that's interesting.
Yeah, those Raspberry Pis, you can do just about anything with them, can't you?
Can't you?
They're really good. Like they've got the HDMI outputs, and I use it for the Kodi. Just works.
Well, I wonder
great.
if you could get, like in Joe's scenario, for example, with his router. I wonder if you could get. You could PF Sense or something like that onto the Raspberry Pi. I don't know whether you can, but
yeah, you can. Episode 23.
All right, there you go. My Tech Opinion, episode 23. You watch those numbers go up now, Shane.
Take a USB device and just plug it into the Raspberry Pi somewhere and grab the 3G and 4G off that, the USB, a 3G, 4G dongle. Wouldn't that be how it would work normally?
No, I was talking about trying to put a SIM card. They're talking about using the Raspberry Pi as a phone.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm thinking. You can actually buy the same sort of device you plug into a computer, I guess, or a laptop. You just plug that into the Raspberry Pi and you get your 3G and 4G signal.
Right. Is that how it works, Shane?
Well, I didn't look at that particular project other than just seeing the kind of the title on one of the list of the 33. I mean, essentially a Raspberry Pi is just something that's running a version of Linux called Raspbian, and which is an offshoot of Debian. So, and you can either use the GUI or you can use just the command line environment.
Yeah, and I think the reason people like Raspberry Pi is because it's so customizable. You can pretty much do anything with them, make different cases for them. I've seen people turn them into PlayStations. I've seen them turn them into, like Joe's doing, light controllers and all sorts of things. So
I think you could probably even turn them into little main boxes as well.
Oh, people do all the time. There's like penny machines, build your own penny, like pinball machine or old computer game machine and put it at the corner of your house and just put one of them in it,
Yeah.
I think I'd rather stick to my phone. I don't fancy carrying one of these around in my pocket.
No, but you could get a case that looked like a phone.
Yeah, but I mean, look how big
it probably would fit that circuit board in it. And then
but look how big this cable. Would you want to carry that in your pocket?
Well, the size of screens these days, I don't know, they're getting bigger. I remember we were trying to put phones as small as we could into our pockets, and now we're trying to make them so big that we don't need iPad minis anymore.
But the Raspberry Pi, what cost? It cost you about $120 maybe with the case.
Yeah.
You're probably looking at all up about $160. Yeah, I don't know if you'd buy a cheap Android phone for that. I don't know.
Nick on the comments has got a good idea. He used the Raspberry Pi for digital signage. I reckon it's an excellent idea for doing stuff like that.
Yeah, nice. You could probably even plug it, use it like get the Kodi or some similar software. Probably what Nick's doing, and chuck it behind a TV in a shopping centre and just play the ads through it. Is that might be what what signage he means? But yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's what Nick's talking about.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, great.
Cool. Yeah, it's so say goodbye to the old LED lights that used to happen, the flashing lights that only flashed one sign. But yeah, you can put MS-DOS on it if you want. And speaking of MS-DOS, Microsoft mirrors MS-DOS on GitHub. So all those MS-DOS freaks, you can go and get it on GitHub now. It's been 18 years since the Microsoft DOS was officially retired. So Microsoft has made MS-DOS publicly available, and it's recently now... Its latest home is on GitHub. Previously, the source code had been released on the Computer History Museum, but 4 years later, it's now on the GitHub. Why, you might ask? Because it's easier to find, read, and refer to MS-DOS source files if they're in a GitHub repo than the original downloadable compressed archive file. Explains Rich Turner, who happens to be the senior program manager on the Microsoft blog. Now, MS-DOS 1.25, geez, that's going back, and MS-DOS 2 are available by parties interested in examining how the veteran operating system behaves. So I don't know, Shane, how far back do you go with Windows or DOS? Do you go back to MS-DOS days?
Yeah, well, I do, because you had MS-DOS with Windows 3.1 and 1.1 and 3.11.
Yep.
So I was DOS 6.0, 6.1.
Yep, same here. Yep, I think I mentioned that. I think I brought my prop in, didn't I, the other week? I had beside you there, Shane, down to the left. The MS-DOS 6 in the still got the discs. So yeah. But, so if you're interested, you put that on your Raspberry Pi, maybe. So, yeah, you go. Oh, I've got a picture.
Yeah.
Is that a picture? Is that my MS-DOS picture? No, that's not my MS-DOS picture. That's a real bad one of it. There you go. For those on YouTube, you can see MS-DOS again in all its glory. How's that? Woo, yeah. There you go. All right. Joe, what have you got for us this week?
I have another Microsoft one.
Ooh.
Apparently, Microsoft is doing a lot of... stuff with their systems at the moment. They're embracing Android for the new mobile version of Windows. So apparently Microsoft has unveiled during a press event in New York City the other night that it's changing its mobile operating system to be able to embrace Android.
So it'll be able to emulate Android?
Yeah, that's right. Apparently Windows 10 will soon be fully embraced to the Android to mirror all its apps on the Windows 10 platform via a Your Phone Windows app.
They've been talking about doing that for years, and I think a lot of people have criticised Microsoft for not doing it, not quick enough.
Well,
those Windows phones that went out just kind of went out of... They just weren't any good because of their apps, their lack of apps.
Yeah,
everyone said, why can't they emulate Android apps? Or people have said, why don't Microsoft just drop Windows and go with Android on their mobile devices?
Well, that's right. Apparently with this, that's what they're going to be doing.
So it's full Android, or it's just going to be...
No, it's just an emulated app. Yeah, so apparently it's going to start off with emulating just text messages, the stock text messages app, and the photo app for the moment, but there'll be more to come down later. apparently Microsoft have admitted that Windows Phone has vanished in the last couple of years.
Yep.
And
The last couple of years.
well, at
I
least
don't think it ever really got off the ground, unfortunately.
Well, that's true. I mean, the last 2 or 3 years, apparently, there's been no updates. The last phone they had was the Nokia. What was it? The Nokia Lumina something 92 something or other.
Yeah. Yep.
Lumia. They've finally admitted Windows Phone is dead, and the software maker is now embraced to the reality that people don't need a Windows on their phone, and instead are going to be using the Android as their mobile version on their Windows.
See, I've always loved the idea of having Windows on a phone.
Yeah, I don't mind it as well. I actually did like the platform. Unfortunately, as they're always saying, that the apps weren't there.
The apps weren't there, and some of the apps that were just half done. You know, like they weren't finished, you know, apps like you would get on Android or Apple. So they're all just they're just half-assed apps, which is kind of sucked for Windows. But if they can do an emulator and still have Windows running, that'd be good. But if they're going to go all Android, then, you know, it comes down to hardware, doesn't it?
Oh, no, apparently they're not going to do a full-on Android. They're going to be doing like a Windows emulator for Android, much the same as what you would get an app on the marketplace, in the Windows marketplace. So you'll be able to grab it from somewhere like that and install that, and then that'll be able to communicate with your phone.
Yeah, they're going to do the Microsoft launcher designed to replace the default Google experience. So
it's the Arrow launcher. Is it going to be just on that?
Yeah, look, I don't think that's a bad idea. Really?
No.
Well, I'd probably enjoy that as an addition to the phone. Like, you know, because it'll integrate with your home and office PCs, and plus you also got the world of Android.
It pretty much does now, though, Glenn. Like if you were using Android or Apple or anything, you can integrate them pretty well.
It's not bad. Although, like my Windows 10 now keeps coming up saying, "Do you want to open your phone with?" Open the computer with your phone, and I keep saying no because I haven't set it up yet, but I have a feeling that it wants to make me, at the moment, use the Microsoft launcher rather than something else. I think but I've got to look into it. I don't know.
On your phone?
Yeah. So I can open my computer with the phone, but I just have a feeling that it wants the phone to have the Microsoft launcher running.
Have you upgraded the October version of Microsoft Windows 10?
No, I think that's coming out this week. I've got a little bit of info on that.
Yes, so have I think.
Okay, well, that's it. I've none with this at the moment, but it's just interesting how, and I reckon it's also a good idea. I mean, Microsoft's trying to, stay alive in this sort of area at the moment by, liaising with other companies and what they do. So I reckon it's a good idea. I reckon it's good.
Yeah, I think Android. I think it's a good idea.
And you're right, Glenn, about the Arrow launcher. They do want you to use it on your phone because that's how Edge and everything synchronises all its favourites, and everything's all synchronised, and Outlook and everything's all synchronised through that.
I changed to the Novo launcher thanks to that tip the other week, and I love it. It's really
it's a good launcher.
Yeah, it's really good. What do you think, Shane? Are you interested in you get a kick out of Android on Windows?
I'm trying to work out what they're actually doing, whether they're making the Android apps available on your Windows 10 PC, or whether they're making, going the other way.
That's what my question was, Shane. I was trying to ask Joe, is it an emulator, or is it full Android, or are we just getting an emulator that will run on Windows that will allow us to have the Android apps within Windows?
No, it's not the full Android version. It's just an emulated version of some particular parts of Android, which allow Windows 10 to communicate via the Android on your phone.
So it's not the full bung.
No, it's not the full version.
It's not the full Android OS running on their own mobile hardware.
No, it's not. It's a matter of just using Windows 10 and grabbing it from the marketplace, like any other app, like a Facebook app or any other app that you get on the.
Okay, that makes more sense. Yep.
Yeah, so wait and see how that.
Virtualizing.
Yeah, it's not out till later next year. I think I saw just then. So next year sometime. Debuts this week as part of the Windows 10 October 2018 update, but the app mirroring part won't likely appear until next year. So
then that kind of just puts a nail in the coffin, though, doesn't it, for Windows Mobile? I think there's a few people out there that are probably hoping one day Microsoft will turn around and finally develop an operating system that's truly mobile that they can use with their mobile phones and stuff like that. But
They just came in too late, didn't they? Really, like iOS has
I
jumped
think
in.
there's hope. But if they've got if they're using emulators now, then that kind of says, well, they're not going to.
Actually, Windows was
They're not
one of the
gonna-
first. Actually, Windows was one of the first operating systems to come out, and I actually used the Windows version 5, version 6.5, and it looked just like a desktop version. And I couldn't, for the life of it, understand why they didn't try and follow Apple's footsteps and try and make it easier to use. But they persevered. They kept trying. They kept going with the desktop style version, and then they introduced the Windows. I think it was called Windows 8 at the time for mobile.
Yeah, yep, that's
that
right.
was a little bit better with the changing. What is it called? Those tiles.
The
that was
Metro.
a little bit better.
Metro.
But I think it came too late.
I think that was all the Steve Ballmer. He seemed probably a bit pig-headed in some ways.
They should never have bought Nokia.
Nah, but anyway, they did, and that's
Should have
it.
done their own thing like they've done with Surface, and everyone's kind of hoping they're going to do a Surface phone. But
Yeah. But tell
like I
us,
said, if they're going to emulate the Android apps, then there's probably not going to be much future of them getting anyone on board to make Windows ones.
Well,
Yeah.
they've already said that they've admitted liability and loss, and they've said that Windows Mobile is now dead.
so tell us about the Windows 10 update, Jordan. You got something on that?
I did. I wasn't expecting you to ask me. Hang on. Where is it? Microsoft. What was it? It was 9 things you can do. So it wasn't like an article. I'll just give you the headlines. I think this was for the October one. It says 9 things you can do on Windows 10 October 2018 update that you couldn't do before. So I won't read every paragraph of each thing, but you can now sync your phone with Windows 10, which I'm assuming I thought you always could. So
Right,
that's the biggest upgrade arriving to Windows 10 is your phone app,
right.
which you can find from the start menu if you remember the old phone companion app, blah, 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 blah. So there's that. Number 2 was you can turn your File Explorer dark instead of white.
Right, yeah, good.
You can take better screenshots. So if you want to take screenshots, everyone loves a screenshot tool, or 5.
Yeah.
And the October update series has got one. So there we go.
Well, they're getting rid of whatever what's it called now? The little
Snippet.
Yes, a snip and sketch graduate to the proper Windows 10 feature.
Yes.
Press Windows Shift S to access it, and you can then draw out of a selection of screenshots.
So that's too many keys for me. I don't
That's
like
kind of a
3
that's kind of a
keys.
summary.
I've got a little screen capturing software called Snippet. It's not Snippet. That's what Microsoft's is.
Yours is probably Snagit.
Light. No.
Snag it.
Light. Hang on, let me have a look. It's Light something, I think.
That's
Light
a great
Shot.
name for it. Snag it.
Yeah, there is one called Snagit.
Yeah, Light Shot. Mine is, and
Yep.
I've just set it up so I've just Control Z. I think 3 keys is too much when you're trying to be in a hurry. I'm not pushing 3 keys.
Yeah, you
Give
can't
me a
remember them
break.
all. And the older you get, the harder it is to remember them all too.
Oh,
You
exactly.
manage Control Alt Delete, all right?
Oh, I can do that one.
Still.
Yeah, that's just reflex.
Yeah, that's normal. You can't forget that one.
No.
So the next one, number 4, was it keeps your clipboard history. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing.
For how? Do you know how long? Or just for a little while?
Well, it says the new cloud clipboard in Windows 10 not only works across multiple devices, but can remember items. So I'm assuming
Right.
I don't know how long for, and can share
Be a
your
setting.
clipboard with your multiple devices as well. So
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, that's good.
it kind of sounds good, but I don't know if it's a security thing, keeping your clipboard for that. I don't know.
Everything's secure in the cloud, isn't it?
Yeah, your clipboard's not in the cloud.
Yeah,
didn't
put
it-
anything you want in the cloud. Yeah,
Did-
you'd be right.
Didn't you just save your clipboard in the cloud? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It says the new cloud clipboard in Windows 10 not only works across multiple devices, but can also remember items. From settings, choose system and then select clipboard and turn on the history and syncing features to on
Jeez.
to make use of them.
Hope
And the Windows plus V keyboard shortcut is the easiest way to bring up the cloud clipboard, Glenn.
too many keys.
And the next one is search smarter. I don't know what that means. So click inside your search box on the taskbar and you'll notice the search interface has been given something something of a revamp.
Oh, nice.
You can search across settings, apps, and the web, and the panel includes your recent file history too, as well as some selected Cortana suggestions.
Oh,
So
now
you can get that.
big question is, how do you get it? Do
The
you know?
update.
Do you
I'm
know?
supposed to wait for it.
Yes. It's
And
Microsoft.
so speaking of updates, number 6 is update Windows more easily.
Oh God, really?
So it says Windows has plugged extra machine learning algorithms into the latest Windows 10 build. So the OS knows when your devices are most likely to be at idle, and that's the best convenient time to update them. Another trick added to the update process is to include auto muting the system after reboot. More of the patching happens in the background too, and Microsoft says the time your device is offline should be reduced by around a third.
Right.
So there's also use more emojis. So we've got emojis in Windows 10 now.
I was hanging for that. Yeah, good.
Oh, yeah?
No. Okay.
So a bunch of new emojis have arrived at the Windows 10 update, which
Nice.
you'll find whenever you input text somewhere. And then number 8 is change the page them in Microsoft. Change the page them in Microsoft Edge. Doesn't make sense. I don't know what that is.
Maybe it's page theme, maybe?
Oh, might be.
Yeah, and someone's left the E off. Change the page theme in Microsoft Edge. You're right. Look at you, Shane. Go, Shane. You're on it.
He is on.
You should have read this article. I'm surprised I even noticed the E was missing. You can now adjust the look of Microsoft Edge. Woo! Is that to compete with Google Chrome? At least when it's blah, 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 blah. We don't need to know all that. You can change the theme. And then number 9 is you can control audio with your game bar.
Right.
Whatever the game bar
what's
is.
the
We have a game bar.
Isn't that Windows Z, X, C, 3, 4, and G?
Yeah, something like that.
No, I think it's Windows G, I think, brings up a game bar.
Yeah, if you use the game bar to record gaming sessions
Yeah.
on your PC,
Yep.
you should know that it too is getting an upgrade with the October update. Specifically, you can now control individual audio channels in real time without having to leave your game.
So Microsoft has primed its computers and caches and content distribution networks around the world, and it's going to push the stable release of Windows 10, October 2018, codenamed Redstone 5, right now. Like, it will be here before October. Everyone should have it available before October 10. So
Nice.
normally the Tuesday
I
first,
can't wait to change my Edge theme.
the first Tuesday of the month is normally the Microsoft update, and then I think it's the first or second, something like that. But anyway, it's coming. Officially known as the Windows 10 version 1809 build 17763. For those who look at these things, like me, when I go and look at people's computers, see what they're running, the October update should appear for users in the Windows update from today, with a full rollout, worldwide, October 10, before October 10. The version 1809 continues to push replace passwords for Windows. We spoke about that last week, and use multi-factor authentication, which includes facial recognition through the Windows Hello and the hardware FIDO2 keys, plus web authentication and the Microsoft Authenticator app. Yeah. There's nothing else I can add. I think Jordan's covered all the little secrets there.
I could add something else, actually, if you want me to.
Yeah.
To Microsoft. Microsoft just announced great upgrades to a whole bunch of its computers. Does that interest you while we're on the Microsoft topic?
Whole block there. Yeah, okay. What are they doing?
Okay, so Microsoft has announced refreshes to 3 different computers today, and it's proof... excuse me. It's proof the company is committed to manufacturing computers and not just to periodically release glitzy, overpriced products to showcase Windows. We're getting the Surface Pro 6, the Surface Laptop 2, and the Surface Studio 2, all with nice upgrades inside. But what's sure to catch your eye is the new color, while Microsoft will continue to produce and sell products in its now signature platinum color. It also added black to the mix.
Oh, right. Okay.
Both the Pro 6 and the Laptop 2 can be purchased in a nice looking matte black.
Oh, as long as it's not rose gold. I'm so over rose gold.
The finish feels just a little different from the platinum. It's got a thickness to it, apparently.
Excuse me.
So not unpleasantly so, though.
Right, cool. All right.
So that was that, but there was so there's a laptop 2 was the biggest part of that article. I haven't read the whole article, but the Microsoft Laptop 2 looks awesome. Now
Nice.
the Laptop Pro will come with 8 gig standard and can be upgraded to 16 should the buyer choose. The Pro 6 Laptop 2 will come with 8 Gen processors, and they'll start with the i5, but the i5 8250U, but can be upgraded to the i7.
Now, I have it on, this is going right off topic there, like big left turn, but I've got it on good authority from Tim, hi Tim, if you're listening, from PC Fix It at Burley Heads, that if you go down to MSY, you can get 500 gig SSD hard drives for about $120, something like that, or $130. They're really, really cheap at the moment. So go and have a look at that. If you don't have an MSY, I don't know, check out maybe eBay. They've got MSY on eBay, actually. They've got a store on eBay. So that's just something I just thought of while you were mentioning the upgrades to those Microsoft things.
Yeah, well, The Microsoft laptop, the number 2, looks really nice.
Yeah, nice.
I've had the money to go and buy one.
Yeah. What do you think of Shane about Windows updates? You are a early adopter, like grab it straight away?
No, I thought about doing the getting on the insider circle and all that kind of stuff. But I'd rather let other people kind of work
Pull their
through all the
hair
bugs and all that kind of things.
Yeah, update later.
Yeah. Let all the people with time on their hands.
But I checked my version of Windows now, because you do WinVert, and that had 1803, but then the more detailed version was still 17 something. So I don't know how they do their version numbering.
I'll tell you, you're right about holding out for updates, though.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
I'll get it as soon as it happens, because I'll get asked questions as soon as it happens. So I'll get it.
That Android update for the last month or 2 has been terrible.
What, on that phone?
Oh, horrible! I've got the Pixel one,
Yeah.
and the update they brought out was bad, with all the Bluetooth, everything dropping on and off, and all the problems with it. And then they said, "Well, we're going to release this new update to fix all those problems we had," and now they've got just as many, if not more.
How's your battery life? Because I've got the original Pixel, and my battery struggles to last a day.
Oh, I've got great battery life. It's fine.
Yeah, right.
I've got the original Pixel as well.
Well, I've got the MA1, and I'm laughing. It lasts all day. It goes all day, that little sucker.
He loves his Xiaomi.
Ah, the old Xiaomi.
Xiaomi. I need a shower. Xiaomi.
Xiaomi with battery power.
Yeah, no, I find the battery good. You don't find yours good?
No, just in the last couple of weeks, it's yeah. Like
you might be right in the last couple of weeks.
Lily, what version of Android are you running on that?
the
latest
9, whatever it is.
9.
Yeah.
Well, the Xiaomi's still on 8, but I got the September security update.
The update, that's one thing with the Pixel, is it like Apple, you get the updates. You don't have to wait for your ISP or your phone service provider to approve.
Well, the Xiaomi was Xiaomi was supposed to be like that because it's got the Google or the Android One on it, but I'm not sure why it hasn't pushed out yet. But anyway, I don't care. Oh wait, it works all right. I was on that X launcher, which was made the phone look a bit like our iOS. It was starting to slow down. That's why I decided to go to that Nova, and it's sped it right up again, and yeah, it's good.
They're still talking about Snag on Facebook. Snag it. Or Snag. We've started something there. I was just laughing at Snag because it made me hungry. I thought it's a great name for an Australian application if we can find one. Snag.
You're a snag, aren't you, George?
Put another snag on the Barbie.
You're a snag.
But they're saying it's capture software that Shane's talking about. Snag. Snag it.
It's not a snanger.
Yeah.
I was thinking more of a snag. We just needed some sauce.
Yeah. Fair sucker, the snag. Now, Joe, what's been happening somewhere else in the world?
Well, there's a new watch coming out from LG, and they call it the W7. Now, this is a hybrid type watch, which has got Wear OS on it, and it's got mechanical hands.
Oh, wow.
Mechanical hands.
Mechanical hands. And behind the mechanical hands, you've got the screen.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
So apparently the mechanical hands can display additional information like the altimeter, barometer, a stopwatch, a timer, and some compass as well for directions. This watch is running on 1.2-inch touchscreen, and it sells for around about $450. So I don't know if I'm going to be getting something like that for $450 US. I'd probably go for the Samsung one. I think it's what, 350. I think Jordan, you got one of those.
Yeah, I got mine on my phone plan. I don't even notice paying for it. Didn't have to buy it up.
Oh, okay. Well, LG is saying that this watch is not a replacement for a fitness tracker because there's no heart rate monitor in it, nor does it have a built-in GPS or any LTE connectivity. It's just a normal budget wear OS device that has traditional watch features. And with the watch features, it also extends its functionality a little bit.
There was another watch that we've talked about on this show before with mechanical hands.
Yeah, I think it's called the Fossil.
Yeah.
No, I got one of them.
The Fossil?
Yeah.
What are they
What do you
like?
reckon?
Mine's
Because
broken.
it does the notifications with the hands in a certain way or something, doesn't it?
No, see, mine was a full digital one, but yeah, mine's broken at the moment. I'm just wearing it because I'm used to wearing a watch. I've actually bought another kind of a no-name brand off of Amazon a couple of months ago, but I'm waiting for their new stock to kind of come in, so I'm kind of watchless at the moment.
Well, you know my tip. That those watches are so expensive. I'm gonna another thing to do with a Raspberry Pi.
You know, make
Strap one to your wrist.
I just like the cable sticking out of the side of it. It makes me think like, I don't know. It looks like something off Stargate. It looks like something that Cyborg would wear. What do they call them? The Borg would wear.
That's right. Look at that one with Wi-Fi antenna.
Wi-Fi antenna sticking out the side of it. Wow.
Oh, happy days. Look at that.
For all those people who are only listening and can't see it, but
And look, you can get different faces for it as well. Look at that. Look, the frog face.
you'd be better off just to
That
get
is-
like a watch band that can hold your phone.
Probably.
It'd probably be smaller.
Oh, it's funny. I thought I'll type in here Raspberry Pi watches, and sure enough, someone's done it.
Of course they have.
Yeah, of course they have.
But that's the whole reason they built Raspberries, was just for the uni students and that, to just kind of play around, and they just took off from there.
So, is this something that you're into, Joe? These watches?
I am. I do love wearing watches, apparently just mostly for notifications. LG says that this particular watch will last for up to 2 days when you're running the smartwatch feature. But it can also run up to 100 days on a normal charge when it's in the watch-only mode.
Geez, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so that's not too bad. They do say, though, that with this particular watch, it's, whether you're going to spend the money on this one here or it doesn't actually have the new Snapdragon 3100 chip in it. It's still got the old 2100 OS chip.
Right.
So, yeah, because the new Snapdragon 3100, which is the newer chip, has better Wi-Fi, has better battery life, and things of that nature. Whereas this one here is still running the older chip, the 2100 Snapdragon chip.
I got to say, I don't really see a massive amount of use for watches after having mine for as long as I have.
Yeah, look, I don't see myself getting one, to be honest, unless
I check the time,
Yeah,
a couple of notifications. That's about it.
Well, apparently the watch, the way I see it, is that you don't use it to rely on doing everything. It's just an aid for something that you need to do. For example, like while you're driving, a message pops up on your screen. You can actually, look at your watch and go, okay, well, I won't worry about answering that. Or you can tap the watch and just talk from the watch. Well, I guess it's a bit like using hands-free in the car if you don't have it.
You should have hands-free in the car anyway. I think you got to by law in Australia, don't you?
Look, I've got the little Fitbit, like the Fitbit HR, and that'll sync or Bluetooth to the phone. It brings up the caller, and look, I look at it, and it tells me who's calling. Saves me pulling the phone out the pocket. Big saving. So yeah.
See,
Look,
some of those really cheap, like $60 Android ones that you can get, off Gear Best or Banggood or something like that. do most of the things you need them to do without having to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
I can't see myself spending hundreds of dollars on them. But Michael, from the Aussie Mac Zone, he's got the iWatch or whatever, Apple Watch, whatever they call it, and likes it. The Garth's got the same thing. So the people like it. Look, they are good, especially at the Apple launch when you see they did the demo with the lady out on the paddleboard. She's just talking into the watch while she's out there on the paddleboard. That's good. Like stuff like that's good. But whether or not you're going to spend $500 to be able to talk while you're on a paddleboard,
and her phone was back on shore.
No, I don't think so.
Because they've got the built-in LTE on those devices.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
I was going to say, because if she went out of range from her phone...
No, it wasn't.
They've got the built-in LTE devices in there, the electronic SIMs, not normal SIM, just the electronic SIM.
Yeah. All right. Any more for that one, Joe, or are we finished with that one?
No, that's pretty much it.
All right. Any comments from anyone?
No.
No, all good. Now, a bit of a light-hearted story here. A couple of clowns, drug smugglers, were caught after accidentally filming themselves packing the cannabis and the pills into a drone, which they planned to fly into Perth Prison. Well, the drone didn't make it to the prison, but those two have. So, the drone crashed, and when police studied the footage from the camera, they found the images of both men. The court had heard how the pair had no idea they were filming themselves as they loaded the drone. So that's just crazy. So that's what happens.
That is crazy.
That's
Intelligent people out of Perth.
Yes. Yeah, so they started loading the drone up and the camera was on. And, that's what happens. Yeah, that's right, Shane, over your way.
I was wondering when the penny would drop.
Wouldn't happen over east side. No way. They're too smart over here. But, yeah, that's a funny little story. I thought I'd bring that one up. Look, let's go. Look, have I got another one here? What are we doing? Oh, yeah, we've got about 10 minutes to go. Another couple. Or maybe this would be my last one. So I'll do this one, then we'll see what else. We'll have a chat. Oh, Joe's got another one.
I've got some more stories too. There's plenty to go around.
All right, well, I'll do this one now that I've started mentioning it. musicmemories.bbccrewind.co.uk. What the hell does that mean? So, go to the show notes for that link, but it's musicmemories.bbc BBC Rewind. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Maybe I have to go to this site. musicmemories.bbcrewind.co.uk. The website's designed to use music to help people with dementia reconnect with the most powerful memories, and that being music of the years gone by. So let me see if I can pull this webpage up and see what's going on over there.
I wonder if it'll help you remember all the shortcut keys on the keyboard.
So I need one of those. I need a keyboard overlay. I need a Microsoft keyboard overlay. Maybe I could make some money out of one of those. Where are they gone? I haven't seen one of them since WordPerfect. Now, evidence shows that music can help people with dementia. Hang on, let's see if we can get that page. There we go. Evidence that to feel and live better. Memories from teenage years can be often the most powerful, so why not start? It's most powerful now. Maybe I'm on that track. You can then take part in the survey. Oh, yeah, we don't want to do that. So, look, there you go. You can select a decade. Okay, let's go in the 80s. That's where I'm at. We're back to life. No one. Oh, like a prayer. Okay, there we go. Does it actually play?
That brings back memories.
Yeah, play. Let's see if it plays. Thinking about it. So you might only get a little bit of it then. Sample. Yeah, that's a quarter of the way through the sample, so it's only a sample. But there you go. You get a bit of a taste of it anyway. Why would you just do Spotify playlist? I don't know. But, they know. Oh, the Humpty Dance. You get all the good stuff. BBC, they're rolling it out. Physical, Walk This Way, Run DMC, Going Underground, Cult of Personality. Oh, Joe, you just need to tune this up.
Hopefully the Macarena's not on there, Joe.
I don't think it'll be on there. I didn't think the Macarena came out in the 80s, did it? I think it came out in the 90s, wasn't it?
Well, it's just kind of hoping that never came out at all.
Well, I'll
be playing that song on Saturday night, Jordan.
Oh, I hope not.
I will be.
Don't invite me to your party.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, there's that Raspberry Pi Watch again. I'm into
that and the chicken dance.
Yeah, so there you go. So if you want to hear some old songs, well, parts of them anyway, you go and have a look at that. So, but as I said, why wouldn't you use Spotify? I don't know. You get the whole song then, don't you? But anyway. Yeah, Jordan.
And if you want it for free, you just have to listen to the ads. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, Spotify is really good. So, like, I pay for that, and it's it's really good. It is good. Like, you can do your playlists and whatnot, and what is it? $11 a month or something? I don't do
$11.
Netflix.
I think it's about $11 a month if you want to be able to download the data, so when you're offline, you can still play it.
Yeah, I do the family
it's
one.
about $6 a month just to get rid of the ads.
Oh, yeah, I do the family. I think it cost me about 17. Aussie.
Yeah, for 5 users or something.
Yeah,
Has
something
anyone
like that.
ever used that feature where they've downloaded the data and then unsubscribe? Do they still get to keep the song, or what happens to the song after that?
No, it
No,
expires.
It expires. Okay.
It doesn't.
It requires you to log in and update, just kind of confirm. Like, sometimes there's been times I've pulled out the laptop when it's been offline and I've got stuff downloaded, and it'll still want me to go online and confirm my account.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't download a nice little MP3. I think it downloads like a splintered type of file sort of system, and then it puts it all together once the encryption code or whatever comes through, something like that. But yeah, I don't think you can download them and then just copy them.
But I tell you what, if you that's all right. Keep going.
No, that was it.
That's it. I was just going to say, because if you want to stream Spotify at your parties and stuff, Optus. This is my segue to the next story. Optus new SIM-only plans come with loads of data if you like Optus.
Right.
Yeah.
Or I think Optus is data free as well on Spotify.
Oh,
Really?
right.
I never knew that.
It sure is. You just got to go into the settings and turn it on. You've got Spotify, and you have what's it called? The Play Music, the other one, the Google Play. I think they both got data free.
Really? So if you're streaming music off them, they're free. That's pretty good to know. Although your service was
Well, the
Optus
streaming's
probably-
free, not the service. The streaming's free.
But you have to go in and turn the
that's what
feature
I mean.
on, though. You have to go and turn the feature on. Otherwise, I don't think it's data free.
It's like Telstra when you used to be on Big Pond or something. You get free.
Footy.
It wouldn't go against your data usage if you wanted to go and watch Big Pond movies.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, that's back.
It looks like this week's new trend of SIM-only data plans is continuing. Now Optus is joining the party with some new promo data plans that include some chunky data inclusions. The new plans are called My Promo Plus, and there are 3 to choose from. $35 for 30 gig of data, $45 a month for 50 gig of data, and $55 a month for a whopping 80 gig of data. Not bad, eh? They say.
Not bad, eh?
Not bad.
Ah, why wouldn't you?
So here's how they compare to similar offerings and other networks. I'm not going to go through all that, but yeah. So they've got their big $55 plan for 80 gig if you want to do some streaming on Optus. If you're in a serviceable area, that is.
Have you come across the Belong yet, Jordan?
No, I haven't, because I have thought about
Message
it.
bank.
But Amaysim now has unlimited plans with double data.
Double data, double D.
Yeah, so this is since Optus has done theirs, and it's funny that Amaysim uses the Optus network, isn't it? So from today, you'll be able to get 3 new unlimited SIM-only data plans from Amaysim, some of which are offering double the amount of data for the same price as some of its old plans. This includes 40 gig offering, which Telco is calling their best valued unlimited talk and text plan in Australia, or Australia's ever seen. The new plan includes 50 gig unlimited plan with 40 gig of data for $50. Sorry, 50 gig, I should say. A $50, unlimited plan for 40 gig of data, $40 plan, 20 gig of data, and $30 plan with 10 gig of data.
Right, that's huge.
That's pretty good.
So I guess they're not allowed to use the unlimited terminology. So they have to
Unlimited phone and text and talk they've got, but the data is, yeah.
Have you had? Does it say there whether it's 4G or 3G only? Because sometimes you've got to be careful about those things.
Oh.
No, I think they're all pretty much 4G now. I think LD wasn't doing 4G for a while, were they? They only did 3G, and then they realised they had to jump on and do 4G.
Yeah, but
5G is coming now. We can't have people holding on to 3G. They'd be
No.
laughed at.
But you're right, Joe. I did notice that on some, and you go, oh yeah, that's a good plan. And then you go, oh, 3G, hang on. You know, yeah, but I have noticed that on a few plans. So, yeah,
You've got to be careful about those things. And also, you've got to be careful as well. Certain companies, I believe, have certain bandwidth allocated to them. Even though Amazing is on Optus, you may find that the contract they have with Optus has a certain amount of bandwidth. So it's not sort of unlimited bandwidth. So Well, they may give you 40 gigs of data, but how quick or how good is that service?
Do they scale it? How fast? Yeah, they scale the speed down or something.
Well, not so much. It's more how much Amazing is grabbing their contract with Optus, for example. It's a bit like the NBN. Each provider on the NBN has a contract with the NBN, and they have a contract based on the amount of data that they want to push through their bandwidth. So some providers might give you a cheaper price on the same amount of data, but at the same time, the bandwidth isn't the same as...
Yeah, they suck the quality out of it.
Exactly right. So you've got to be careful of things like that.
Yeah.
But I think, I think Amazing do supply 4G. So
I'm pretty sure they're all up to speed now, unless you get some really slow dicky plan. But yeah. But Joe, take us around the Facebook roundup, please. What's going on?
This is something interesting you probably won't hear in the mainframe news. Facebook extend their account deletion grace period from 14 days to 30 days.
Right, and why is this? Were people crying after 14 days going, I didn't really mean it? I guess they were.
Well, I don't know. A bit yes and a bit no. From what I've gathered is that Facebook are now allowing 30 days grace for your account to be deleted. So you sort of got 1 month to go back and reverse the decision if you choose to not want to leave. Now, they say that apparently they've noticed on their systems that a lot of people come back after 14 days and they want to log back in, but they can't because their account's been deleted. So they're saying that we're here to help people and we're here to be here just for an extra couple of weeks. So we made it a month, so 30 days. So that it gives you a good chance to work out whether you still want to keep the service or not.
I can't believe that. I've always thought that if once you're on Facebook, it's just always there. Like it's always...
You are, but apparently with this new privacy issues that they've been having and data
they've got to get rid of it
and stuff like that, I think what they're trying to do now is they're trying to, get rid of the data in the background. And they do give you... I mean, I've done this on on one of my, not my personal account, but on a Facebook page account.
Yep.
Where I've requested to have the page deleted. And it gives you a fair bit of warnings. It's like, how you get notifications. It comes up and says, are you sure you want to delete this page? Because this is going in a couple of days and et cetera, et cetera.
Yep. It's the same with my domain expiration notices. I send about 100 out to people before it expires. But so because people forget and all that sort of stuff, I suppose that's fair enough. But
and then they've got 90-day grace period and you send them another 100.
Yeah, look, if you want it deleted... If you want your page deleted, I think you should be able to have it deleted and also deleted from the servers. So in 7 years, if there's a rogue link on...
Supposedly they're supposed to get rid of from the server as well, but I can't see that. I mean...
Yeah.
I think it'll probably be there in the background.
Yeah, but I wonder then if that will leave an opportunity open. So like in a couple of years' time, you were doing a Google search for whatever reason and you came up with a link to that deleted page. So it was a page that you could access and then... You could have a look at it. Like, would you have some grounds for grievance against Facebook? So, well, I thought this was deleted. But,
and did you know that your Facebook account can be stolen and sold on the dark web?
Yeah, well, I suppose that's why you get all these shadow Facebook pages, don't you? Of people you know. Well, you think it's the people you know, but it's not. It's just a clone page, and it's some little beefhead, ticking away at his keyboard trying to grab all your information.
It's unbelievable. You want to delete it, but they can still steal it and sell
Yeah.
it.
Look,
they're getting $3.90 per account. It said I read on the internet somewhere.
But I know, I know people that take breaks from Facebook and all that sort of stuff. I thought if you took a break, you just don't use it. That's what I would probably do. Unless I don't know, there probably are circumstances where I'd probably delete it entirely. Maybe I don't know. Get sick of it all. Maybe I'll wake up one morning and just hate the world.
Look, it's not a bad thing. I mean, I've known 90% of the people that I've told me that they've removed themselves from Facebook within 3 months are back onto Facebook. It's it's the thing where if you're not in there and you don't know what's happening, you start to sort of get a bit, I wonder what's going on, and you miss out on. Most people today use Facebook as their thing where they meet and discuss where they're going to go out and things like that. So
I'd
they're-
have to
they're
disagree with
tied
that.
and they're so tied into. I mean, you've got the groups, you've got the pages,
Yeah.
you've got all these other things now that you're tied into. If you log out of one, you log out of the whole lot.
Well, like I've got a lot of friends that
The amount of crap on there, I don't think anybody meets and greets anymore.
Well, I've got a lot of friends that unbelievably are not on Facebook, and I guess that with the people that are, I'm just always up to speed with what they're doing. But the people that aren't, I've got to do it old-fashioned way and ring people. What have you been doing? Which is good in a way. You know, you get the face-to-face time that way, so it's probably good in a way.
You know what? I'm up to speed on Facebook with one of my mates on Facebook. I'm more up to speed with him than anybody else, and that's because all I ever see is him sharing stupid jokes about other things in life that aren't even relevant.
Yeah, I've got a couple of people that just share stuff like that, and you get sick of some
So
of it.
how is being up to speed with friends when all they want to do is share?
Food pictures.
Don't you know there's a feature there?
Yeah.
There's a feature there, Jordan, that if someone says something and you really don't want to see it on your page, on your feed, there is an option to click on those three dots that are on the side there and just hide any notifications for this particular shared file. Like if, say, for example, you shared, famous jokes of the world, for example, and someone shares that to you every day for the next, untold days, and you're getting sick of hearing it, you can actually go in, click on that three dots that are on the side.
What, and unfollow the actual person, or just stop seeing the jokes?
Just stop seeing the jokes, because the person themselves you still see. It's just that there's an option there to, I don't want to see any jokes from this particular, group or page or whatever it is anymore.
I do that with, you get invites to these games. Like, I'm sick of it.
It's bad enough. It's bad enough seeing the ads, let alone all the shared content.
Yeah, so
I do that especially with the games. Every time games come through, I go to find out where the game is located.
Yeah.
There's an option to disable this game from my system, so I don't have to actually see them pop in every now and then.
is Farmville still going?
There's all these features are there. You just got to go and look for them.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, is Farmville still happening? I used to play that when it first came out.
There's probably like 20 million different versions of the same game. You've probably got plenty of choices by now.
I tell you, that farm would be worn out. Let's have
It's
a look.
like when Flappy Bird came out. And then all of a sudden now we've got that many versions of Flappy Bird, I don't even think anyone even knows what the original is anymore.
Oh, that's right. Didn't Farmville, it moved off Facebook, didn't it? Did they get kicked off? Yeah, so Farmville was
probably
the top game by Facebook between August 2009 and December 2010. We continue to have... So in March 2011, we released Farmville English Countryside. In our first retail tie in May 2010, released with 7-Eleven to offer Farmville branded game cards. We partnered with Lady Gaga in 2011, creating Gagaville, and Lady Gaga inspired farm where players could visit and listen to songs from her album Born This Way. That's exciting. Might rejoin. But it stopped, so I don't know if that's still going or not. It doesn't really say, does it? That's all. Oh, there's Farmville 2. Oh, there's heaps of them. Play on Facebook. There you go. So it must still be going. Farmville 2. Yeah, all right. Well, did you play that, Shane? Farmville?
No, I never really got into the games. The only thing I wanted to say about the Facebook story before we move too far past it was some people that I know that have ended their or tried to delete their account or didn't want to use Facebook anymore, they've then had to go back and reactivate it because they've used their Facebook credentials to log into some other service. So I'm thinking that those stats that Facebook have sort of said, we've noticed after 14 days, X amount of people want to reactivate their account. I wonder how many of those are actually really wanting to reactivate the account versus just wanting to do that to log into whatever other service.
Yes. Well,
good point there, Shane.
yeah.
It is a good point because a lot of people, when you sign up for stuff, you can just sign up. You sign up for Wish or something like that, and you can just use your Facebook account.
But you should never sign in with Facebook or Google accounts or anything like that with any service. You should always try and
Keep it different.
log in with your own email address, because all that stuff does is allow. Say you log in with Facebook, all that it allows is allow that company to and Facebook themselves to be able to share data between each other somehow.
Yeah, somehow. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and LastPass would tell you that you should have a different password and username or something for every account you have anyway. So if you're going to use your same Facebook credentials and all those things for multiple accounts with multiple things, then really someone only has to hack one account and then they've got everything.
Yeah, so well, I think that's about all. Has anyone else got any more stories?
I did have a little quick one just for the fellow Pixel phone users out there like Shane and myself.
Yes, go.
What do you reckon?
Yeah,
Google
Pixel away.
3 leaks just keep on coming. Well, this time, a video has surfaced on Google Japan's official YouTube channel that appears to confirm the return of the Active Edge. Do you know what that is, Shane?
Is it something similar to what Samsung did with their Edge phone a couple of years ago?
Where you squeeze it?
Oh,
I do remember seeing something.
So one of
about this the
Pixel
other day,
2's
yeah.
most unique features, so it's less of a leak and more of a deliberate tease. They've got in brackets there. Here are the details. So last night, Google Japan casually dropped the following video, and there's a video that kind of just shows people squeezing the phone. It says, as you can see in this clip, depicts a bunch of different objects being squeezed in the outline of the phone. Anyway, I'll try and kind of sum it up. So you squeeze the phone.
I'm glad it's a rectangular shape that you're squeezing.
Yeah, for those unfamiliar with the Active Edge, is an array of touch-sensitive sensors on the side of Google's smartphone. And when squeezed, the sensor automatically launches Google Assistant, allowing you to quickly find information. And it can also be used to dismiss alarms and silence incoming calls. And it goes on to say that it's never ending. You can kind of apply it to any feature in the phone that you like.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so they apparently had it in Pixel 2 and it disappeared or something, Shane?
Well, I mean, as you know, I've only got one, so I never had that feature anyway, which is why I got confused with that.
But how cool would that be to squeeze your phone and open up your text messages or something? I don't know.
Yeah, depends how sensitive it is, but yeah, it'd be something different.
Yeah, we're getting rid of the home button on pretty much every phone. I think there's a lot of people out there that like the home button.
Yeah, I don't really care. As long as you can do what you have to do. Really, that's all that matters. That's all that matters to me. When's the Mi A2 unveiling, Jordan? That's close now, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Is that...
well, his birthday is on the 9th.
Oh, okay.
I think we're going to do it on the 7th because it's the weekend. So.
So we might have a longer report.
I'll give you the rundown of how he takes to it.
Yeah, good stuff. And so what's going on, Shane? With next, so you're going back home soon?
I'm going back home tomorrow.
All right. And what else have you been doing on the coast? Have you enjoyed your time over here in the other side of the country?
Yeah, no, it's been good. Been good catching up with people. Been good, coming out to meet you for face to face.
Thanks.
And as we were talking when I first rocked up here, this room is deceptively kind of large on the podcast, but kind of really cozy when you kind of walk in.
Yes, I was going to say, could you move your hand?
There's that blushing we talked about earlier, Glenn.
That's right. Yeah, you're not the first person to say that. I guess it does. Yeah, that shot there, if you're on the YouTube, it does look probably... Yeah, it does look like there's a bit of space. It's probably about a metre. Oh, no, it's probably a metre and a bit between the back of my chair to that desk that's in the background. And,
just enough room for Shane.
And, Shane... I could touch that chair.
He's not the dog in the background.
No, but the dog did come in through the show. Did you see him come in?
You can see he's just moved his hand. He's had his hand on the chair too.
Yeah.
It's where is his other hand?
Well, that's the one I asked him to move. So flying home. How long does it take to fly? You're going from Brizzy. Is that like 5 hours?
Yeah, because it always takes longer to go from the east coast to the west coast because I think headwinds and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, right.
But yeah, I have. Well, I don't have to, but I chose to fly out of Brizzy because that was the only way I could get a direct flight. Otherwise, I'd have to go via Adelaide.
And so, when you fly across the country, I guess you're not flying over water, which most of the time when I fly, it's pretty much all over the water because I only go down the east coast. So that gives you probably a different perspective of the country, does it? Do you think this is a massive country? Like I'm flying for 5 hours, and geez, there's still land down there. Must be just a massive. It's a massive place, isn't it? I remember flying across from Florida, from Orlando to LA, and that was a big trip, and just the things that I saw you know, just on the ground, just farms, and then the desert, and then all this other stuff. It was quite something.
You would have flown over the Grand Canyon, wouldn't you?
Probably. What I thought was it. You're trying to put it together in your head.
Yeah.
There's a big hole. I thought, that might be the Grand Canyon down there. Okay. So you, because you go to the Microsoft Ignite as well in Orlando too. You've been there, haven't you?
I went to the one last year, and then it was either go to the same one again this year because it's the same time period, or come to the AFL Grand Final. So I went to the Grand Final instead, obviously, and then did the tour and came here. Yeah. The next Microsoft Ignite conference is still in Orlando, but they've moved it back to the first week of November for some reason.
Right, okay. Maybe because, is that like hurricane season over there?
Well, yeah, it probably moves past hurricane season because last year they did have the leftover of all the hurricanes. The other good thing about moving it to November, if you're into like NBA, the NBA season's on by that time.
Right.
Whereas this time of year you've only got NFL and the start of the NFL, and I think baseball's already finished.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I guess like Halloween's done and dusted. Is after Halloween? Oh, you probably don't know, but once that finishes, it's a bit of a chop off because I know they build up for it for a month. So once Halloween comes, it must just fall off pretty fast. All decorations down within a day or two. Probably. Yeah,
because we were there for 2013 for Halloween, and it's like Christmas, I guess.
Just drops off.
But they've got what's it called? Thanksgiving in November, at the end of November.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they've got a few things coming up, haven't they? So that's good. All right, good stuff, Shane. So when are you coming back?
Oh, when you invite me.
Welcome anytime.
And you pay for the airfare for the 5-hour flight.
Yeah, exactly.
We only but the best for the Aussie tech heads. I'll cover all expenses. Not.
Yes. All right, first class, here we come.
All right, relax, expand. All right. All right, thanks, guys.
We're still talking about the flight?
I don't know anymore.
We don't know. The end of the
blushing again, Glenn.
The end of the show is very nigh, so we'll let it go there. Look, you can reach Jordan at AussieTechheads.com.au. You can reach Joe at AussieTechheads.com.au. And Joe, what is your webpage and Facebook page?
It's facebook.com/Joe the Gadget Man.
Nice.
And it's joethegadgetsman.com.
All right, and that's good. And so have you been doing a few videos and stuff like that?
I haven't. I've been concentrating on other things at the moment, namely the jukebox and things that I've been working on.
Yeah.
But happening next month, it's all systems go again.
Yeah, you should. Are you going to put on how you've worked the jukebox, like how you put it all together? That'd be interesting.
I can do that. I haven't recorded anything previously, but I can put a little something together. Yeah.
Yeah, or just even I don't know, just steps or whatever. What you've used? Like I've used this for that, and the Raspberry Pi for tell the time, all that sort of stuff. Whatever. And Shane, where can people reach you?
I reckon I've still got an Aussie Tech Heads address.
Probably.
So Shane with a Y at AussieTechHeads.com.au. You've also got Shane with a Y at prosumerit.com. You can also get the actual show that I do, My Tech Opinion, at mytechopinion@prosumerit.com as well.
All right, there you go. Shane is everywhere. And you can also hear that show on the Aussie Tech Radio, which belts around 24/7. Not just that show, thank goodness, but all shows.
Hey, what's wrong with that show doing 24/7?
I wouldn't even like to listen to this show 24/7. So, all right, good stuff. Any comments from Facebook there, Jordan, before we go? Anyone we need to shout out to?
Apart from Joe's probably more on it than I am. I've kind of been catching it as we go a little bit. I think most of it's through.
Yep, cool, good stuff.
Yeah, we've pretty much caught most of them. Brett's also said that Netflix is also data-free on Optus as well.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep.
So if you like streaming Netflix, do that on Optus.
Yeah. And Brett's got a bit of advice for anyone going to the Northern Territory. Don't bother with anyone other than Telstra as soon as you leave Darwin.
Well, Telstra, you wouldn't believe it. Kingscliff is probably just south of Tweed Head, so it's probably about Oh, it's not it's probably a small town, beachside town, but geez, it's still whatever. And the Telstra service down there is really, really bad. And I just thought, it's not rural, and it's just so bad. It's wrong. And I think Vodafone's got the best coverage. You can't believe it. And the Telstra's going up and down the streets to sell people their 4G backup modems. Okay, you can't even get 4G. So why would I want one of those for? Yeah. Anyway, that's just a little rant. Okay, cool. Thanks, everyone. Get us on the Facebook. Get us on the YouTube. Make sure you check out Shane's show, My Take Opinion. And, good stuff. We'll see you all next week. Who are we going for in the Bathurst? Are we into the Bathurst this coming weekend? No, I'm not too much. I'll probably watch it.
Didn't even know.
Yeah, I'll probably have it on in the background, but I don't probably sit down and watch it. I'll probably watch the last couple of laps, see who wins, pop the corks, see if anyone has a shoey or two, and do that. All right, thanks, Joe. Thanks for coming in.
No worries, thanks,
Good
man.
to see you again. Thanks, Jordan. Good to see you again. Thanks for doing the
You
Facebook
can at least
stream.
thank Shane for coming in, because he actually did come in.
Yes, and the prize for the longest travelled guest tonight is Shane. Thanks, Shane.
No worries. Good to meet you all.
Good to see you. And thanks for coming in, and welcome back anytime. Good stuff. Good luck with the show. And thanks, everyone, for listening, watching, or however you consume this great podcast. All right, that's it. Have a good week. It's bye for now. Till next week. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Good night, guys.
Yeah.